All right. Hello, 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 you guys. It is a new year. It is a new season, and it's your girl, Miss Mouthy. And today is a special day for several reasons, but specifically for Black History Month. And it's my second year anniversary, so I'm so excited to be back in the studio. Come on here. Come on. To be back in the studio and celebrate like everyone coming. And if this is your first time listening, welcome lips. This podcast is the Miss Mouthy podcast. It's all about the narrative and experiences of trans and non-binary people of color. See what I did there? A new year, we expanding. Not only did I not want to focus on Detroit, but yeah, so many different people around the world in the nation. My goal is to not only just grow, but to become international. So I wanted to just let other people tell their stories as well. And I want to challenge myself a lot more around learning about the non binary community, right? And so that is what it is. I know I've been gone for quite a while. I left off last year pissing folks off, and that is okay. Because yeah, that was what I aimed to do. Like, well, no, not really. There was shit that was said that I needed to address, and then I moved forward. But with this being a new year, I want to focus on bigger and better things. And haters that's gonna probably actually bring me some clout so,
Hmm.
and not take it. But in the 2 years, I just wanted today to be a celebration of life, blackness, entrepreneurs, people actually following their dreams. So it's really great to be able to have amazing people up in here today that support and see my journey and watch my growth and new additions, right? So we got some new blood in the building, we got some veterans in the building, and then I kind of want to get Jamie take on like what it was like working with a difficult bitch like me. So, yeah, we gonna end up having a great time. I'm working on a lot of great things. Actually, right now we're in a new studio. We're in a new studio for the new year, and I'm excited that I actually have my shirt on because I'll always be promoting other people's
I
shit.
just noticed
And
that.
so,
I
yeah,
love
titties
that.
looking great today.
I love
So,
that.
yeah, I'm gonna get more variety of merch for y'all, and I'm working on the website. It should be up by the end of this month. I want to say I want to hold myself to the end of this month to have my website up, and start the lip line and everything, so y'all can purchase that. Y'all can catch up on episodes. Y'all can make donations. Y'all can know what events is going on in the city and like everything that I'm trying to work on. And so, put your headphones on for me, and I'm gonna let my special guests come on in and introduce themselves. Um, who wants to start first?
Ladies go first.
Oh, so my girl had came. I hit her last minute and was like, "Please, baby doll, can you come? I would love if you just come and grace me with your presence and all of that." And she actually said yes, and so that just means the world to me. Can you introduce yourself for the people?
Hey y'all, it's me, Dior, Monro. Some of
Boop
y'all know
boop
me,
boop.
some of y'all think y'all do. But it's really what's up. What's up with y'all? I do cosmetology, I do hair, I do makeup, I do nails, I barber, I cook,
Snap.
um,
Ooh,
Come
I make
on, all
clothes.
around.
I'm just not public with it yet. As
yeah.
far as hair and makeup, of course y'all see it, but everything else I'm starting to get into. Just stay tuned.
Period. I love it because when y'all see her aesthetic, y'all be like, "Oh yeah, who is she?" Y'all want to know who she is, what she do, and there y'all go.
And I appreciate it all. Thank y'all.
Of
Even the
course.
hate,
Of course.
y'all.
Okay.
Love y'all too.
That's the motivation.
No shade.
We gonna get into that too. Because this episode is entitled Burning Bridges in the Name of Blackness. So
Oh girl, why would you bring
period.
me out here?
Oh yeah. Yes, I'm gonna tell you why. Go ahead.
My name is Demetrius. I am Raquel's lovely son. And we have been rocking with each other for about 11 years. And I just want to say congratulations. I'm really
Thank
proud of you
you.
because
Thank
you
you.
have really come a long way. I've seen you at your very lowest, and now
Hmm.
you're literally sitting on the throne. So I'm really
Thank
proud of you.
you.
So happy
Go
2 year
ahead. I'm
anniversary.
proud
Period.
too, baby.
Oh, thank
Do
you.
what you
Thank
gotta
you.
Two-year
Of
do.
course,
anniversary.
I'm so glad y'all here. And just know to eat up. We gonna drink up and we gonna have a good time. But no, I wanted to entitle this episode Burning Bridges in the Name of Blackness for several reasons. I think oftentimes as Black people, we cannot express ourselves fully without becoming an angry Black man or woman. In our own
Mm.
community, we either get put in this box of being a certain type of way or stereotypes. And if you're in a relationship, we keep allowing the same people to come back into our lives. Sometimes you just got to burn that bridge so a motherfucker
Mhm.
can't double back and cross you, or you end up going back to that same path when God is trying to put you on a whole new one.
You're right.
So, with that being said, in the honor of Black History Month, who are some people, they don't necessarily have to be famous or just someone near and dear to you or who's been inspiring to you in the Black community?
Um, you want to go first?
Yes. I'm honestly just want to say you
Oh,
because
thank you.
again, I have seen your progress and I have seen people trying to like constantly bring you down and say, "Oh, she's messy, she's this, she's that," and it's just like it's just a misunderstanding.
Yeah,
And one thing I noticed is when people are succeeding, that's when other people come around with, "Oh, well,
with the hate.
it's all going to end soon,"
Yeah,
and this, and it's like, girl, you don't even know her, you don't know where she came from, you don't know how hard she works, so just chill out. But you are the inspiration because you deal with a lot because not only are you black, but you're also trans as
hmm,
well. So that puts a lot on you, and for you to get up every day and do what you got to do, regardless of the drama that comes your way, you're able to like block it out and say, guys, I'm sorry. I had to come first. So
period.
I'm really proud of you, and you are and is a true inspiration.
Thank you. So, thank you everybody who watching. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Jaleesa. Um, y'all, thank y'all for listening and staying tuned. Okay, Dior, what about you?
I agree with what he said. Everything he said was very accurate. I
Thank
love
you.
what you said. I want to give a shout out to you as well
Thank
because it's
you.
not a lot of trans women that do what you do
No.
at all. I
Mm-mm.
didn't stay in Atlanta for 4 years and didn't see not one that
Oh
did it.
my.
So
Okay.
I want to give you your props for that. I want to give
Thank
you a pat
you.
on your back for that. And you here for 2 years, girl. A lot of girls don't make it for 2 months, 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's
So I'm
true.
proud of you.
It would, and this is just words of advice for anybody who has any dream. You just got to get started, right? Like Mouthy
Yeah,
developed in what it was. So like I know we want things to be like perfect or we want it to look a certain type of way. Once you get the motivation behind your dream, it's gonna manifest itself. Like you just got to keep being determined. You're gonna learn hiccups. Like I didn't fucked up. I didn't had to learn how to edit. I didn't miss episodes because I couldn't afford studio time. Like, but then you pivot and you learn how to do home episodes. And so whatever it is that your passion is calling for, you will find a way to make sure
that
that
you
you
get
deliver.
there.
Yeah. But for people in blackness, like I think there's so many amazing black people, but for now, I really want to shout out. Come in.
Wait, can
Oh,
I give
it's
another shout out,
yeah,
please?
of course.
I want to also shout out my Gigi,
Okay.
Janae, Lee Ray,
Hey.
because it's not a lot of women like her that has accepted me for me or
Yes.
didn't treat me odd because of who I am. It's a lot of women that's around me today that still treat me odd because of who I am. And that don't have nothing to do with me being trans or anything
Hmm.
like that, but just like how I carry myself.
Yeah.
A lot
Mhm.
of people can't take that.
We definitely gonna get
Um,
into all of that because that's
yeah.
that's a part of burning them bridges.
My mother, my father, my dad.
Yes. Period. Because one thing for all the like black trans people or black people in general, hi, that's been wrongly incarcerated, right? Like those voices go unknown. We don't
Mhm.
talk about it. They don't get accesses to hormones. They don't get those letters. They don't get commissary. So it's so many things that like when I thought about that, I was like, in spite of Black history, I want them to know that like their plight is not being forgotten. I wish I had more power to be able to like get people out of jail because that'd be breaking up our black family dynamic. You know what I mean? So it's not even just trans people in general, but how black people in the justice system has been wrongly put away.
Yeah.
So with that being said, in our community, you could either say how you self-identify and then what kind of things as a black person in our own community you've experienced, right? Like how you were talking about there has been women who treat you a certain type of way just because of how you carry yourself. You want to speak more onto that?
Um, it's not even just the girls, as far as like the trans girls. I get it
Okay.
from the boys too. Um, I feel like our community kind of beats each other up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of
Mhm.
ugly because at the end of the day, we're all in it together. And I don't know if they just don't realize that or they don't want to realize that, but
Period.
you're not in it by yourself.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, carry your girls and carry your boys like you want to be carried. That's all it is. Be
Mm-hmm.
genuine, be authentic. Everybody don't have to be that girl or that boy to
Yeah.
know who they
Period.
are. And I
Mhm.
feel like in this city, in this scene, everybody want to be a celebrity.
Mhm.
Yes.
Everybody want to be something they not.
Mhm.
and everybody chasing after the wrong things that's not chasing them back. So I personally feel like in this community, push each other. And if you
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to push each other, then move out the way and allow somebody else to do it because somebody there is going to push you the right way.
Yeah. Like that's one of the biggest things is the takeaway of like how to love on each other. I think like
Yeah.
one thing for our community, I would want them to have like more patience with like learning people beyond their trauma and like their circumstances because sometimes people be angry and upset
Yeah.
and it
And they
just
blame you for the wrong stuff
yeah.
or they feel like you just mad for no reason. A lot of my people do that too. I'm not throwing y'all under the bus.
Okay,
But a
but
lot of
y'all
people do
got
that
rolled
to me
over.
too. Yeah, a lot of people do that to me too. They be like, she always so angry, she always so mad. When I first come around, everybody was, oh, she's so sweet, she's so
Hmm,
sweet.
hmm.
Not realizing that this girl has traumas too. This girl has triggers
Period.
too. And at the end of the day, no matter how young she is, she's still a human being. So
Mhm.
therefore, if you don't know her or haven't learned her or tried to take the time to know me or anybody else, don't have no judgments or assume that you know because you really don't.
Hmm. What about you, son? Like being in the community, being a black gay male, what are some of the things that you experience that you wish was different in our community?
Um, One of the things is just as Dior said, in the gay scene, it seemed like everybody is trying to compete to be that it girl or that
Hmm.
it boy, and growing up and surrounding myself with the right people, I was able to slowly teach myself like that's not really important because at the end of the day, we all have to go to work, do this, do that, party, 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 cool, cool, cool. But I'm not trying to compete for no spot. I'm just trying to be my true, authentic self, and just be really really happy. And one thing that I am learning about myself, I feel like I am slowly leaning towards the identity of being non-binary
Hmm.
because I really do want to break the gender norm, like, oh well, only women can wear heels or carry purses. That's because society
Yeah.
has put
Has
that
told
into
you
our
that.
minds to where only women could do that and men gotta wear pants and women gotta cook at
Hmm.
home. I'm like, I'm kind of done with that. So if y'all see me with some black nail polish or a handbag, just let me be me. If you don't like it, cool, cool, cool. Because it's not for everybody, and some people
And not.
will will like it. But as
Mhm.
far as the community, um, one thing I would never understand is how we want everybody to accept us for who we are, but then the moment that we show our true selves, it's all the backlash and
Hmm.
and it's like, so you want me to accept you for
Yeah.
you, but then when it comes to me, is, oh, that's too feminine, that's too gay. Well,
Mhm.
baby, pack your bags and go, because I do
Okay.
not care. But don't sit here and say, don't sit here and say I want the community to accept me for me, but then you're doing the complete opposite and throwing pure judgment based off what I wear or how I talk or carry myself, and
When that's what makes you
even,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
and even with the black community overall, gay, straight, lesbian, bi, however you identify. One thing I do not like is whenever a black person has, like, I guess, like a proper speaking voice,
Oh, talk about
then
it.
all of a sudden, oh, you're like an Oreo, you're like black on the outside. Why not? It's like, no, I just know how to carry myself and I know how to speak properly, because when it comes down to like a job interview or anything, you want to present yourself in your best light as possible. And that's just so annoying when people just assume who you are or how you carry yourself just based off how you talk or how you might dress. And it's like, you don't even know me, but you sitting here making all these assumptions. So
Yes.
even though I know that it would be a good minute before the black community and the black gay community is really able to like accept everybody for who they are.
Yeah. And you make a valid point. And I think we don't take into account about people dialect and where they come from, depending on what region and
Mhm,
where you come from. You could be from an island or you can be from the
mhm,
south, and like the way you speak is going to be different depending on where you live.
You want to
So
know something? Can I speak on something?
yeah, of course.
Um, it's what y'all talking about basically. Everybody feel like I'm from Atlanta or I'm not from here when I was born and raised.
Okay.
But it's just because of how I carry myself. I carry
mhm,
myself very different than a lot of the girls that's in the scene and
Yeah.
out of the scene, all of that. It's how you carry yourself.
Hmm.
It has nothing to do with how the people want you to carry yourself, or
Mm-hmm.
how you feel like you should carry yourself. Carry yourself in the way that you know that you should.
Yeah.
Put one thing that I always say, always put yourself and your happiness first. So if that
Mm-hmm.
means cutting
I'm
out
learning.
that one friend that want to come to you with drama all the time, it's like, don't you get tired of waking up angry all the time? Don't you just want to be happy? Like, get out my face with that. Like, no, like
But
put your
sometimes you
happiness
can't help
first.
that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't help that. You will get to a point where you will put your happiness first, but sometimes you
Yeah.
can't help waking up being angry.
Oh.
And
And
I'm
that
only
and
speaking
that's
from
real. Both of
experience.
those is valid.
Okay.
Your internal feelings for self and what you need to do and be honest with your emotions should be something.
Mm-hmm.
I think the issue comes in is when it transfer over to someone else's
Trying to
Mm-hmm.
reality.
understand
Energy,
Yeah,
and it's
and
like,
now,
don't please, like, I love you, baby, but do not bring that over here
yeah, you
because I
brought
want
my
to be in it.
vibrations down.
Yeah. I woke up all happy, sunshine and skittles, and now here come a thunderstorm. Like, oh, it's raining cats and dogs. Here we go
Yeah,
now.
well, I ain't hitting on that hole. Not this year. She might get addressed at the end of the year, but um, in other news, um, when I think about burning bridges, right? We've all been in some type of relationship, whether it's been friends, family members, or an intimate partner. So one thing I really learned about last year going into this year was I would double back. I would second guess myself. I would leave the door open with the possibility if he change, if he falls in line with what that looks like. And then I just had to I ain't gonna even act like I've been the bad bitch and just been torching the bridge all my life. Cause I just burnt it last night. But I'm gonna keep it real. But do y'all share any experiences in relationships of any form where y'all had to just kind of cut ties with a person?
Yes, yes.
I keep coming there.
Um, um.
Ooh, ooh, it's getting deep. It's
No,
hitting.
there was this one guy that you know what I'm talking about,
Nah, period. No
but
names.
but no names, anonymous.
But
But
he's the one, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like in my head, I was that person to where it's like, maybe if I keep loving on him and I keep doing what like exactly what he want me to do, and I try to change myself into the person that he like, maybe he will love me more, love me more,
Mm-hmm.
love me more. But then it's like further on down the line, the further that you get deeper into the hole, you have two choices. Either either you stay in that hole or you sit there, reflect, and then you slowly dig yourself out. Because when it comes to any kind of relationship, a person is going to show you who they truly are the
Yeah.
more and more that you rock around them.
And trust them to be
So,
them.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, even though it was hard, it was freaking hard, like cutting ties. It was so hard because I remember I would be in my bed for just days and days and days, just somebody already broke my heart by Sade, no
Okay.
ordinary love.
Yeah, I
I'm
remember you was playing that.
baby, it's just eat num 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 num, no gym, no gym. Like I was like, this is horrible. And then something just snapped inside of me towards like, Demetrius, you are only in your mid 20s. You still have so much to experience. And just because things did not go with right, just because things did not go right with the first guy or the second, it does not mean that you should give up on love. But also at the same time, you need to work on yourself,
Yeah.
because when you work on yourself and your happiness and what you want to do, the people who are meant to be around you are going to gravitate. So the moment that I did cut ties and I began to focus on myself, that's when other people began to gravitate. But you need to know who really is for you and who just want to just,
Discernment.
you know,
Bust you down.
bust and leave. And it's like, oh, okay. So it that was a difficult role, because when guys were coming at me, I'm the kind of guy to where it's like the moment that a guy show me affection, I'm like, oh me, okay, I'm
Yeah.
about to text you every day. Oh, you need help.
What's your
But
sign?
I really don't do zodiac,
No, I just want to
A
know.
but
Taurus.
oh gosh, 420 is my birthday.
My best
Um,
friend birthday.
Mhm.
but when it comes to navigating the people who are supposed to be around you, that would be a tough journey, because when things don't go right, you have the option to either try your best to fix it and
Mhm.
hope that they would change. And if they don't change, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go
Burn that
on them?
motherfucking
Yeah.
bridge.
So I
And don't
again,
rebuild it.
yeah, like
Okay,
Because I have a
don't throw
habit.
over a cord and
No
say, "Here, catch
shade.
it."
No shade. I'm
yeah,
not
but
coming to get
like
you.
but now I will say my life is way more happier now because I'm not trying to focus on getting a man and trying to get like if it comes to me, it will come to me. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to figure out my life and see what is the
Hmm.
next step for me. If a guy come along, cool. But y- true happiness really does
So true.
happen when you put yourself first and you're able to recognize your emotions and also control them at the same time. That way you won't be exploding everywhere, because I used to be the type to where I would be so I would
Oh,
get
I could
mad at
keep
the
talking
most
to
smallest
me.
thing.
Okay.
And now I'm to the point to where if somebody come at me the wrong way, I'm in my head reflecting like, Demetrius, just keep calm, keep cool. It's not that deep. And then I let it go. Because one thing about me, I do not want any gray hairs.
Mm.
Period.
So I'm doing whatever it takes to not have gray hair. So if
I
that
had to
means
make you
don't
a
talk
wig
to you,
umble.
baby.
And Dior, what about you?
Girl, I feel like he just read me for Phil. No, not for Phil, but I feel like he just read my life.
Okay. All in my
No
face.
shade. And I keep coming there. And I don't, it's to me, I was so confused at first years ago because it's like, baby, I'm young. I ain't even been through life yet.
Right.
Mhm.
I barely know what life is, even though I know a lot about life just from like experiences and just being outside, which is why I'm so inside now. Get your purse off the floor, make your money low.
Oh, thank you.
Um, I don't know. Like personally, I feel like I keep coming there because have you ever felt like you passed the test, but he brought you back to that test just to see if you're gonna pass it again?
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
keep on doing that. Like I keep constantly doing that. And I beat myself up a lot because I have a heart. I have a real huge heart. If no one has noticed, I have a really big heart, which is
Oh,
why I get so passionate and upset about certain things because I really do have a heart. And a lot of things that I say or do really does come from my heart, genuinely,
right.
versus just doing it just because I feel like you deserved it or just because I feel like you were there in the moment. I'm doing it because I feel like you really, really need it. Or it's just
Yeah.
me. I got a heart. I love you. And
Mhm.
sometimes I be loving you too much. I love you too hard. And I beat myself about that too, because it's like, girl, why the
Mhm.
fuck you loving them so much? Like it's
Yeah.
they've already showed you who they are or
Mhm.
who they could be in moments. Because
That's
it's
right.
not they're not always bad. Like 9 times out of 10, the good outweighs the
The
bad,
bad.
and the bad outweighs the good. Like, and
Mhm.
sometimes it balances to the point where you just be standing there because you feel like you're balanced when the whole time you're off,
Yeah.
and they're balanced. They're perfectly fine.
And and that's what like with this year, I kind of want to do things a lot different. Like sex
Oh, girl, I
that
know.
like yeah, that puts rose colored glasses on me. I'm like can't think straight
Mhm.
because I'd be like, well, we done did some things I ain't never did with another person.
Yeah.
So you gotta be my one. When in all actuality, he might just like the way I'm shaped, or he just like the way it feel.
Or he just know what he doing.
Yeah. And
That's
then
all it
those soul ties become real,
lies.
yeah, real
They was
tighten.
never soul ties. They was all lies. We just
Okay.
believed it because girl was good in the moment.
And so I'm practicing abstinence for the rest of this year. I hope that I get through, yeah, the whole
Verified.
year.
Let me know how I go.
Um, because I also want to not have, like we were talking yesterday, I also don't want to have like porn control me or masturbation control me. And like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to, like, if I want to be in somebody's presence, it's because I choose to be in their presence. And also, if they're going to be in my presence, it got to be because they genuinely want to be here without no sexual
And
gratification.
authentic motives.
Yeah, and just see where that goes and see what my life flourished from without putting sex or a relationship or a man at the forefront of like, okay, you got you a place, you got you a car, you got a career. Like, so then I'd be putting extra emphasis on like, well, find the person first and then you have your picture complete. No, now I'm gonna lock it up and just going on and mind my business.
See, I was there. I was there.
And how was your journey?
Oh, girl, I went a year too. I
Okay,
went a year
boom.
too. But that's kind of not hard for me. Like I only had sex 4 times last year,
Okay.
and that's just because I don't be feel like nobody deserves me. I don't feel like I'm just
Mm.
this.
Top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, but as you're supposed to. But I don't know. I feel like I'm a human being. I feel like I know what I've been through because I've seen myself be there. And on top of that, don't none of them know me. I barely know myself. So I don't know
That's
why you feel like
Mhm.
you
true.
want to know my walls like that.
Yeah.
There's no need for you to feel like you about to be my contractor and knock them down because you can't. And on top of that, I'm sharing that with you, but what are you really sharing with me?
Yeah.
So
That's real. And I
It'll
think,
smooth. You will get to the point where you get to dating yourself.
yeah, like I do practice that a lot now. It's just sometimes I fall in that comfortability of a person. You know them for so long, you know their body
Mm-hmm.
chemistry, all of that.
You're
So
comfortable.
yeah, and then
Mm-hmm.
you'll like skip past all the red flags and
All the
just be
bad
like,
stuff.
yeah, you be
Mm-hmm.
like, well, fuck it, it's him,
Girl,
or
you
it's
end up
been two
making your own
years.
flag.
Yeah, like it's been 2 years. I'm gonna still
Yeah.
rock out with this nigga. No, no, I'm gonna go find myself. I'm gonna go make myself happy. Um, but in shifting gears, I
Mm.
want to know what was one of y'all's favorite Mouthy episode.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I listened to the one. Um, the title was "Your Mental is Showing."
Oh, your mental health is
Yes,
showing.
yes. Only because I know I was going through a really hard time, and then I remember the social worker said that there's a difference from trauma and a difference from depression. And when uh, she no he identifies he, right?
Yes,
Okay,
they and
okay,
them
yeah,
and
yeah,
he.
okay. When he said trauma, I was like, okay, so maybe what I'm going through right now is just trauma, but I'm just saying depression.
Mm.
But listening to the episode more and more, I'm just like, okay, I've been down this road before alone, and because it's happening again, that is trauma, because it's like I don't know how to escape it. I don't know what to do. But then after listening to that episode, I just sat back and I was like, okay, Demetrius, even though you are at your most darkest time, just do whatever it takes to be happy. So even when the social worker said to just get out the house for like 10 minutes or go work out or just go or to just go drive like down the street,
Mm-hmm.
it's those small things that will help. So when I began to do them, I was like, it kind of does make a big difference, because it's like the world, of course the world has this ups and downs, but I'm like, things will not be as bad. Like, we do hit a road in the black every now and then, but ultimately it's up to you if you're going to let it control you. And I'm at that point where it's like, I don't want depression or trauma to control me anymore. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to maintain my energy, my happiness, and just do what I have to do to live life.
Yeah, like I think that episode was important because in the black community, we don't talk about mental health as much as we should.
We
Like,
don't.
we'll talk about everything else other than
It
our
seems like
mental health.
sometimes when you get to talking about it, girl, people run.
Yeah,
They don't
and
want to sit and
Mhm.
listen.
One thing I never, I feel like this was taught behavior from our parents and their parents. As black kids back in our day, we never talked about mental health. It was, you'll be okay, you'll be okay. But that's
Suck it
because,
up.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And it's
Be a
like, suck it
boy.
up. I had to sit here and got bullied. You talking about fight back? I
Hmm.
don't want to fight back. I want you to say, leave him alone, or it's
Yeah.
gonna be an issue.
Or I'm
But
gonna
Or
take
what
you out
about
that
when your
school.
family?
yeah,
Yeah. What about when your
yeah.
family was the bullies? You didn't
Yeah.
even get bullied at school. You
Right,
go
Now
home and
you
right,
get
ain't got no
bullied.
saving
right.
grace.
You don't have no
So
safe, no
so
safety.
the the one thing that I will say that I have seen an improvement on with today's generation,
Hmm.
their parents now and even their kids are all about mental health, because people are dying left and right.
Hmm.
A person could be at a person can look so happy on the outside, but you never know what is going
On
on
the
the
inside.
inside. Because I
Girl, don't look
remember,
at me.
yeah, because I remember I just watched a news clip yesterday or the day before, and Miss America or
Oh my God, you
U-
Miss
yes, yes,
USA.
people had no people had no idea of what she was going through, because she seemed so happy, but then out
Hmm.
of nowhere she committed suicide. And it's like,
And they kept saying it was just a fall. When you, it's
Yeah.
clearly more than a fall.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's clearly
So
more than a fall. Keep praying,
so
friends.
one thing I do wish that was different. When I'm sorry, the thing that I want to happen the most with the black community overall, it don't matter your orientation, your gender, if you're old, if you're young, if you're in the middle, if you know that you are feeling some kind of way, if something is really sitting heavy on your shoulder, just talk about it. Because the moment that you talk about it, you release it,
Mhm.
and it does not have power over you anymore.
That's true.
Anymore.
Dior,
I'm learning. I'm listening.
did you have a favorite Mouthy episode?
Mine is when you and Josh was on there. Y'all were kind of talking about something like this in a way.
Okay.
I'm not really sure the title of it,
Okay.
but I know
Drag,
for a fact.
drag up or
Oh
something.
yeah.
Just such a drag race. I can't
Dragging
remember.
it.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Was it Dragon It?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay,
Boom.
possibly it might have been Dragon It. But I know for a fact that y'all was talking about something like this, as far as like how the community beats each other up.
Mhm.
And when I tuned in, y'all were talking about that.
Okay.
I didn't stay long. I'm not gonna be fake with y'all.
Yeah, it's fine.
Um,
Shit, an hour is a
but
long time to dedicate to something.
no, it's not that. I
Oh,
just had to end up getting up to go. I wanted to watch it. It
okay.
wasn't that. I'm sorry. My phone started ringing, y'all. I
No, you
apologize.
okay?
Um, but y'all was talking about something like that, as something like this, and what people don't know is people try to turn me and Josh against each other when I
Oh,
first came against
really?
Really?
Josh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like air nothing
No,
out. I'm not
Yeah,
no,
gonna
no,
it's
no,
say no
no, no,
other
fine.
no.
names or
Yeah, you
nothing,
good.
but because he already had the Black Barbie title,
Okay.
and
Oh, I didn't know
me,
that.
I'm not into like Barbies or anything like that. So to
Mhm.
me, it was kind of like stupid because
Yeah. You like, I
baby,
don't even identify with that.
I'm not a ballroom girl. I'm not into
Mhm.
the scene and all of that. I'm just
Hmm.
into my I'm
It's
getting to
into
know
yourself.
myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get there.
Hmm.
So when they said all of that with um
Yeah,
Josh
Josh.
and y'all were talking about a different situation, it kind of brought me back to that
Yeah.
situation and hearing him finally, because I didn't ever hear his side of how he really felt about it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hearing him finally showed me that people in the community can really, really be
The
Shady,
one said,
terrible,
yeah.
conniving,
like
like evil.
disgusting.
Yes,
Yeah,
twist up stories where it's not
twist
even
up
true.
stories down. And if
Ooh.
anything, I'm not a Barbie, I'm a brat. So
Okay,
it's
period.
like,
Okay, now I love me a good breast
you
doll.
know, they're very original. Barbie
I
had
love
her
me a good breast
time.
doll.
Yeah.
Barbie had her time.
Yeah.
Bratz had their
New blood.
time.
Hmm.
But there were two different times. So
Yeah.
allow
Hmm.
them to be on two different times.
And that
That was
takes me to a
all.
mouthy moment with Dior. Like, I do not do ballroom, no shades of ballroom by no
No, 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 you
means.
don't.
But this particular time, they were having a Kiki ball. She's like, oh Lord. So I see
Remember
Dior
you told
from
me about that
yeah,
because you
like
walked it, didn't you? Okay,
yeah,
what?
and I don't never do
I
that. I
was so shocked.
never
I
do that
said,
We
ever.
raced
"Oh,
each other to walk
okay.
that day. I don't
Yeah,
know what they you talking
Now she's
about.
a
yeah.
ballroom. All
I
right,
always
now."
see her and I'm like, oh, she's so beautiful, and we speak to each other. Yeah,
Yes,
of
I do.
course. Thank you. And so we always speak. I always get good energy from you. So I was like, I love her so much,
I love you
even though I
too.
don't know her. Thank you. And
We didn't even know each other. We're on a great start.
we
Great
are
path.
period, and it's going up from here. But I remember when they was calling the category, and
I
your dad,
did.
yeah, your dad had pulled her out there like, well, because I had told her like you got to go out there, and
Yeah.
she's like, well, you got to go out there, and I'm like, girl. So
I'm
we
not a
both stood
ballroom
on the
girl.
sideline,
Yeah.
right? Next thing you know, Jay Fantasy pulling her out,
Ooh, Jay
Chaos pulling
Fantasy.
me. Yeah, they gonna get that. They gonna see your click.
Get off my daddy boo. My
Ooh,
daddy know that
nah,
shit.
no, I didn't put that out there because they go first thing they gonna say, Mouthy was trying to hook. No, I didn't say that. And Chaos pulled me out there, but it was a great experience, and that always like remind me of like how I first was introduced to you. So
Aw.
yeah, and my girl was
That was
killing
our
it.
very that was our very
Hmm.
first conversation.
Yeah.
She looked like you better go. I'm like, girl, well, if I'm going, you going.
Okay, period. I'm like,
So be fair.
here we are. And then I was just standing up there and I'm like, oh Lord. It was the most intimidating moment ever. I'm like,
And you
ain't
did really
nobody gonna come
good.
over here. Like, what's going on?
That's how I be feeling. It'd be pointless
Yeah, but it was a
sometimes.
good time. Like I did it for my girl and yeah, I would like probably never do it again, but
But
uh,
that's what it should be, a good time. They
yeah,
take it too far. That's
Mhm.
why I don't really want to be in it. I don't
period.
mind ballroom. I love ballroom, but they take it too far.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Not for
looking
me.
into the new year, what are some things are y'all looking forward to? What are some lessons y'all have learned?
Oh, because it's already February. It's February 1st,
Mm.
baby,
It
and
is going
lessons have been
fast.
rolling. No, it's not
Baby.
going fast. School lessons has been rolling. The lessons have been
Okay,
rolling
boom.
in. They have been. You know how they say God to cut everybody out your life at a certain point when they're not supposed to be there no
Mhm,
Yes,
more.
yes,
mhm.
yes.
He allowed me, and he kind of shady for this, but I'm not gonna go at him because I love him down.
Okay.
But he kind of shady. He allowed me to bring so many people into the new year that was not supposed to come with
Hmm.
me,
Mhm.
and I later on kind of found out that they weren't for me.
Yeah.
which is okay. You don't have to find out right then and there, but it's crazy, baby. You gonna allow me to bring these people and they're not supposed to be
Yeah.
there, but he will allow you so you can learn yourself.
And what I always say is like we like to resurrect the dead, right? Like
Okay,
gotta remove somebody from you, and we go show, we dig up the show like,
Hmm.
baby,
Bring them
looking
right back to
dirty
yeah,
and
life.
they
we know they
clean.
ain't text us, they ain't called
Bring
us,
them
ain't
right back
came
to
back,
life.
and we be like,
Frankenstein.
and so he be like, how you just prayed to me 5 minutes ago and
To
say,
let them go, just to
Oh, he
bring them
be
right
over
back.
me. I
okay.
know.
So I be laughing. I be like, God, I'm so sorry, but
Yeah.
I get it now.
It's like, okay, girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, son?
This year, honestly, I really just want to figure out what my next step is because it's like
Hmm.
I have so many ideas in my head, and it's just like you said, when you have a passion for something, you just have to start it, and there are going to be hicks in the road, and it's up to you to determine if you're going to like let it stop
Period.
you, or you're going to move
Hmm.
forward. And also, not even to bring the energy down, but there has been a lot of deaths already
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
in January, and that has taught me to hold on to the people that I love the most and
Genuinely.
never let them go. I don't care if we argue. I don't care if I don't care if we don't talk for about 2 months or 2 weeks. I'm still going to love on you because I am not letting you go, because you never know when a person time is up, and then if y'all left on bad terms, now it's all this regret and I should have did this, and it's like, do it now. That person is in your life, sit here and do it now, because you never know when it might be the end for you or for them. So this year I just want to find out more about myself and my next steps. I am turning 30
Hmm.
this year, so
Hey.
Congratulations,
so
and you will make it.
yeah, so I do want to start getting the ball rolling to see what's next, but also I just want to be all about love. I don't want any drama, no hate. I just want love, love, love. And if people come around me and they not about love, it's about drama or just mm, see ya. Thank
Y'all
you.
hear what he's
Next.
saying?
Okay, period.
Y'all hear what he's
And
saying?
I love that for you, son. I think that should be your lesson. My
Thank
lesson
you.
had to be on the other hand because in most of I feel like my adult life I have been a people pleaser. I have always tried to
Hmm.
be
Yes,
so
you have.
nice and
Yes,
Selfless.
yeah,
yes.
and like
That is
That's
true.
that
like
shit get
me.
burnt out and
Yes.
people
It will
try
burn
you.
you out,
Yeah.
and they will try you because they feel like they can.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I was just like, you know what? Mm-mm. So God forbid if they drop dead, but I ain't gonna be no fake bitch and come around talking about
And I gotta stop. I don't mean to cut you
no,
off.
you're
I
fine.
gotta stop thinking that like I lost my best friend.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
lost
sorry.
it's okay, I appreciate it. And I lost a few other people as far as like first cousins. I just lost my first cousin the last month of 2021. And right before that I lost someone else. So it's like you really don't know
Yeah.
Hmm.
time. But everybody that I feel like I have lost has been
Very
everybody that's
close to
been the
you.
closest,
Hmm.
or everybody that I have started my journey with, or people I just feel like was gonna be there forever. You really don't know who's gonna be there, and forever do not
Hmm.
last. I
No, it
don't care what
doesn't.
nobody say, it
No.
don't last.
Yeah.
So I personally feel like my lesson is kind of that. As far as focusing more on love, I focus on love so much. I feel like it fucks me up, girl. It do. But at the same time, I can't change my heart, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't because
Hmm.
I see a lot of motherfuckers out here that don't have a heart, or at least have a heart
Mm.
that beats. Like everybody got a heart, but
Yeah.
everybody heart don't beat the same.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Um, so I feel like that's kind of my lesson as far as like focusing. I do want to start my hair business this year as far as like
Okay.
getting it out there.
Yes.
Thank y'all. As far as like getting it out there, my makeup business. I'm not gonna tell y'all everything, but just know that I have a lot
My
coming for
girl is
Some
y'all.
some
coming.
stuff in the
I
She
making.
am.
coming through.
Okay.
I gotta stop sleeping on myself. I did that a lot
Yeah.
growing up. I raised all my damn sisters. I raised my damn parents. If you want to be
Technical.
technical, yeah. Like it don't matter how old people are or older people are than you.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You can still teach them so much or learn
Mm-hmm.
so much, and I feel like I've learned so much, and now I personally feel like God want me to teach a lot of stuff, which is why I do and say so many things. Everybody be like, "You always emotional," and really, I don't even be speaking for myself. I just be speaking because somebody needs to hear it.
Yeah.
But the
God would
focus this
definitely
year
use you
is
as a
getting
vessel.
there.
Yeah.
My focus this year is getting there.
Boom. Um, my lesson is definitely to like continue to do what I'm doing. Like
Yeah.
it was hard to not be the girl that people like because for so long I was used to being a sweetheart, but the
Hmm.
sweetheart shit didn't never really give me
It
nothing.
dies
Because
down.
Yeah.
people will step all over you
They step all over
Yeah.
it,
and use you for every opportunity
That you
or
got.
anything
and
that
they swear
will
they hate what you got
benefit them.
going,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but they
And then
love it.
belittle you in the moment of like discomfort or distaste. And it's just like, okay, I
Hmm.
get it. But now I just don't want people who are not for me that,
Around
and
you.
I'm
to
okay.
even be
Mhm.
around
Yeah,
me.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm okay with
Mhm.
being honest and calling a spade a spade. If you
Mhm.
were never my friend, you're never my friend.
yeah.
If I don't have an interest with you, I don't have an interest with you. If we're not talking business, I definitely don't want nothing to do with you because I want to learn. I
And if
want to
you don't
grow.
want to be here, don't pretend. Please
Yeah,
don't lie. If you don't want to be here, here be in my life, anybody else's life,
yeah,
in their time. Don't lie and say that you want to be or pretend that you know how to be if you really don't know how to
Mhm.
be. You can learn how to be in somebody's life while
yeah.
being in their life. You can learn how to treat them while being in their life. But if you don't really have the time or
The
the courage,
emotional
I should say, no,
range.
it's not even that. It is that because a lot of people are very emotionally disconnected. But
Mhm.
if you don't have the courage, because sometimes people would just be so scared to actually
Yeah,
be genuine and authentic or to love
Mhm.
you the way they love that you're loving them because they're so used to just being a bullshit ass person that
period.
they don't know how to give that back to you. And that's okay. You can't always teach everybody how to love the way you love, but it's true when they say know who is for you and know who's not. Use your discernment. And if you don't know how, take your time to learn.
Okay, period. So what we're gonna do is allow y'all to let people how they can find y'all on social media if y'all want to be found. And then I'm gonna ask Jamie a little standpoint on what it was like working with me. And then we're all gonna do a toast.
Period.
Okay. So who wants to go?
Dior could go first. 'Cause I'm trying to find my Twitter because I can't
Crying. Now
remember
she
the
gotta
name.
find it. Um, my Facebook is Dior Monro, DIORMONRO, no E, original.
Okay.
My social media, as far as my Instagram, my main page is Naomi Rose, NY, not a A, NYOMIROSEE, two E's. My middle name. Love it.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you. And as far as my hair page, it's Dior.fetish. And it's fetish because it's everything that I love.
Okay.
I love that.
I gotta start putting everything on there as far as like my makeup, nail stuff, and all of that. I don't do nothing on there really but my hair stuff and post me every blue moon. But I'm trying to get more serious and more professional in it. I'm
Mhm.
learning.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going along with everything by myself. So I'm learning and teaching myself as I go. It's all. But
Yeah.
y'all got my social medias. Y'all know where to find me. And if y'all don't know where to find me, you know you can ask about me.
And then I'm gonna invite you back when I have more of my like beauticians and hairstylists
I
all
love
come in and
that.
have y'all do a whole episode and y'all
Just
can
don't have me with all the girls because a lot of the girls are shady.
you
And
know what?
I'm a very genuine, authentic person. I'm gonna
Dior,
say
if
what's
I'm
on my
being honest, I
mind.
think you're the only girl that I know that knows how to do hair. I don't
No, it's a lot of the girls. No, no,
no
no.
Nicole
Nicole
Bands,
Bands. Y'all
but
got to give my girl her props.
yeah,
She
I
does
was
it.
about to
She
say
eats it
her,
up.
but
But other
outside
than
of
her,
y'all the only two that I know, right?
it's
So
another girl. I'm just not gonna say her name, but
okay, Lord.
I'm not gonna take her craft because
Her
she can do the
craft
fuck
from
out of
her.
hair, but
Yeah.
she just a
Yeah.
angry bird.
Yeah.
So I
Angry
won't give
Bird.
her no more time than what she
Oh.
needs. But
Okay, son, what's your Twitter?
My Twitter, if you guys want to find me, is going to be Eric Cartman. Eric
mm,
Cartman, from South Park.
go ahead.
If you guys want Snapchat, it's just Jim Bunny 420. I don't know why I came up with that name years ago. That was just like I was like, oh, they gonna love this name, and now I'm like, I regret this name.
Yes.
And then if you guys want to find me on Instagram, just type in Demetrius Coleman. I should pop up. If not, womp
That-
womp.
so, Jamie, what has it been like this whole year working with me?
It's fabulous. A voice from the side here, but no, it's
Oh,
absolutely fabulous. Yeah, I just you are such a caring person, and
thank
you've
you.
taken such care with all of your guests that have come in. You've created a real safe place for them to have a voice, and
Oh.
and you just ooze love, and I love it. You were a little saucy on the last one.
Yeah, and I
You
never
got
be
to
like that. That's
you
okay.
you vented a little bit, and I'm
Yeah,
like, all right,
hoes had me
she's
fucked
got a little
up.
bit of
It's
that in her
okay.
too. So
Hmm.
so that was good. But it's always it's just I think of you and I think love. I
Yeah.
just
Oh, thank you. I'm
yeah.
glad you get that from me.
I
Okay.
do
Yes.
too.
Um.
Especially yesterday in the session we had. I really, really
Oh,
enjoyed
thank you.
you.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even talk about that. Oh my God. So the kicking it with the girls group, we is in our second rounds, and I'm so thankful that Dior was a part of that. And
Oh, thank you. I'm
if
glad you had me.
yes, if y'all don't know what it is a program that's an 8-week program for trans women of color here in Detroit
Mhm.
to kind of combat and get tools to like help maintain trauma.
Hmm.
And so we had our first group last night, and so
I
yeah.
apologize for all my get ups.
No, you're fine. We had to do it online because of the surge
Mhm.
and everything
Oh
with
yeah,
COVID. Yeah, like it
the
was just
surge.
giving a lot,
Mhm.
and I didn't want to put the girls at risk.
Mhm.
But we might do hybrid if we're like we see in the news it start getting better, and then we can go to Corktown and do it.
Okay. Can I say something real quick?
Yes, of course.
This is about you, but
Oh Lord.
mom, no, 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 no. No matter what, just know that you have this light that radiates naturally, and I want you to always keep it. I don't care
Thank
what
you.
happens, who tries to bring you down. Just always keep that light, and you will always be a winner in my book because
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Go
mom,
ahead.
I kid you not, regardless of whatever is going on in your life, you are still pushing and pushing towards that vision. It don't matter how many times you might fail,
Yeah.
you keep going. So please don't ever lose your light and never let anybody tell you that you would never make it or that you're a loser or that
Yeah.
you're nothing. You are a winner. You will
Okay.
always be a winner.
Okay, now I told you that hoe gonna get addressed maybe at the end of the year. But no, this for anybody who listening that ever's been told that they can't do. The funny thing is 4 year memory came up 4 years ago. I was at Ruth Ellis kind of impromptu and doing what ended up looking like now Mouthy, right? So I was at their laptop talking to people that was in the center, voguing and all of that stuff. So sometimes life give you a preview of what really is your purpose. And so I would just say keep going. So like my son said, there do be things like we all have shit. It's what you do with that shit that really determines how it's gonna pan out, right? So when people hate on me, I just use that as a motivator. Like, oh, you think you ain't gonna see me, but your friend gonna be talking about me, or the one
Yeah.
person you cool with gonna
Even when
like
you
me.
don't see
Yeah,
me, you gonna hear about
You
yeah,
me.
gonna hear
because
about me.
I might not be your taste or your experience may not have
Or
been
for
great with
you.
me. Yeah, but you don't stop my day. I
Mm-mm.
still gotta, and
Mm-mm.
I want this money.
Get your money up.
But and I feel like it's just I'm a vessel. I want to create content room for my people to be able to express themselves. Period. Point blank.
That's
If I
something.
don't like how media is portraying trans and non-binary people,
Mm-hmm.
then
Say something.
yeah, the least I can do is like use my platform for us to elevate our own stories and narrative.
Yeah.
But we gonna do a toast to all our goals. We gonna come back at the end of the year and we gonna see how far we have come because that's really important.
Oh.
Period. Pooh. And do. Come on. Okay.
No, was this vegan?
Yeah.
I
Yes,
feel
I'm
like y'all
vegan. No,
read
I'm
me
playing.
this
Oh,
whole little
really?
session. That is so
Oh,
crazy.
that is so
But
good.
I'm not against it because I feel like it was needed.
Oh,
Sometimes you
because
ever hear
sometimes your
things.
message come through people,
Yeah. And no shit, I'm not gonna be fake. My adrenaline was pumping when you first
Yeah.
asked me, and I was
Yeah.
not gonna come. But
I'm
no,
so
my
glad.
my anxiety is really bad.
Oh
But
wow.
I'm actually kind of okay. Your energy is cool. Your energy is
Thank
cool.
you.
You was
Yours
Good.
very
is
sweet
too.
when I
Yeah.
came in, so I'm actually
Great.
okay. Thank you. I'm actually okay.
What I would try to do, I would never try and invite somebody and like I'm very
A
intentional
very
about
vast. Yeah, you never
like
been in
okay,
that type. Like,
this
oh,
person's
bring her
spicy,
here now. Let's
yeah.
shade her. Like, you never been that kind of person.
Yeah. No, she's
No.
genuine. She's a very authentic soul.
Thank you.
It's not
Thank
many in
you.
the world,
Would you
so
like
please
some
hold
too?
on to you.
Okay, boom. Yeah, what's your name? So I just don't be like, hey Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey man.
Yes, welcome to the okay, period. Welcome to the Miss Mouthy podcast. Yes, it is my 2 year anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you. So yes, may all our dreams, and to all the listeners and Sessa Lips that's tuning in, may all our dreams, Dior.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. May all our dreams come true, and we learn lots of things while trying. Come on, get in here, Jamie. Yeah, while in the process. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay,
This
boom.
I'm not gonna
Moscato.
lie. That
Uh-huh.
was really good.
Yeah,
I
she
almost
cute.
Yeah, I
downed
learned
this.
something.
I
She
almost just downed
cute.
this
Yeah,
entire
okay.
thing, but I
Look, you
did not
remember
want to
she's
let
on
go
camera.
less.
But I ain't promoting them till they give me an endorsement deal, okay?
I almost downed
Yes.
this
Oh,
entire thing. Oh my god, it was
She
so
but
cute.
good.
I love
yeah,
Moscato.
I am a Moscato
I'm a
girl, okay?
Moscato girl.
So if y'all want, go get y'all some sparkling Moscato if you're not really a champagne girl, because
Mhm.
me and
This is
champagne be
this
like,
is creme de la
Champagne is
yumptious.
hit or miss.
yeah, it'd be like, it's either good or not.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I'm gonna try and be way more no, not try. I am gonna be more consistent with being in the studio every week.
Go ahead.
The brands will be coming out. I want to collab with people. I want to like support my community in ways that I can. Let y'all know who's out here, what they got going on, what's popping. Period. My girl Dior.
Make
Come
sure y'all
on,
get
Miss
y'all
Mouthy
Okay.
shirt.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all get
I
your
can't wait for
shirt.
the hoodies.
Yes.
I
The
I'm
hoodies is
baby
I
coming.
when
need
the
an
hoodies come.
oversized.
Oh yeah.
Some thigh boots. You
And then
know,
we're gonna do a photo shoot, and I'm gonna look for both of y'all to be in a part of the photo shoot.
you have to.
Um, yeah, so yeah, for the month of February, I'm gonna do a like Valentine's Day special. I don't
Okay.
know.
Is Valentine's Day? No, that's
Next
the
week,
week after, right?
right?
Wait,
I
it's
feel
not
like,
next week because February
well,
just
that's the
started.
first. Okay.
And speaking of Valentine's Day, make sure y'all stay tuned because I have something big coming up for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Something that's very different and new for me, but please stay tuned.
I love that. And so yeah, we will be discussing a lot of things in February. I want to be able to like really like highlight blackness and its greatness and their legacies and all that like black people do. We shift the
Mhm.
culture.
And that's
So
right.
it's your girl Miss Mouthy. And even when you what don't see me, you hear me.
Go ahead.
Till next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
See y'all.